I dedicated over 10,000 hours, and I never listened to the doubters. I had to cut out all the BS, hit the refresh, now feel so empowered. I dedicated over 10,000 hours.
Traders, what's good? BG, Hustle Trading coming at you. We're about to do a little weekly review, maybe get a little game plan for next week. So last week was pretty decent. We dabbled in TOS a little bit. We murdered it in the sim as usual. I mean, probably should have just did all live last week because the pre-market trades were like, it's like a layup drill. Like it was nothing. What was it? I think it was Friday. I got in trouble with GNS. Yeah, that's the live one right there. So I ended up bag holding that one. I mean, I got out later in the day, but it was just one of those where I was just holding it all day. Should have got out way sooner than I did, and I missed a lot of opportunity because I had all my capital tied up bag holding. So that's something we're still working on. But one thing about it, it was the top gapper, so we had relative certainty that we were going to at least get out even. So, but should have just never put myself in that situation. So let's go back to the calendar real quick. Tuesday. Oh, this was in the sim off the bat. Roblox failed on me, and I just cut it, and I was just done with it. And it was in the pre-market, so of course TOS ain't gonna show it. Pull up. Not Amazon. I need some car stuff. What was that? RB Alex. And it was Tuesday. What was Tuesday? Tuesday was the 17th. So yeah, boom, there we go. Let me zoom this. Boom, it just sold off on me. And I just bailed, like, I just took the L. So that was that one. Then SI popped up on the scanner. I do remember that guy. This was in the pre-market too, so we'll stay with FenViz. Oh, so that was a pop and drop. Good thing we got out of that. What's this already? See, 15 minute. Sold off, then it curled again. Yeah, got pretty high. Got pretty high. How long were we in that? Yeah, just take a look real quick. We never went red on it. We stayed in it. We got out before the open. I might have to switch from something that's got a little more pre-market coverage because the majority of the stuff I do is in the pre-market. All right, Wednesday, TCBP was on the scanner and it was popping. I probably went 38,000. I didn't go that hard. How much was this one? First entry was at 618, and my last exit was at $9. So, nice little scalp on the first one. First one. I ended up holding that for a while. Now this is out of order. Why is this out of order? This is probably different accounts. Okay, so I traded it live and in TD. So this is pre-market. I held this one a long time. Did I have a drawdown? Yep. And I added quite a bit. Then I sold on the way up. Slightly after the open. So we should have some charts too. Wait a minute, where are the charts? There we go. Okay, so I was holding it through the open. Had this nice candle that I got out way too soon. There's a halt right there. Sold off coming out of the halt. It didn't halt down. Then it curled back up to the previous high. And I sold some. Should have sold the whole thing up there because it flushed and I was still, well, I added out of this flush. And then I took an L most likely on the last trade. Depends on how many shares I got out. Like, hopefully I sold the whole thing right there, but not sure. What else did we have? But yeah, we went crazy on that one. Yep, NRSN was hot Thursday. And first trade at 849. Little scalp. And then I went heavy on the second one. Well, I was kind of heavy on this one, 8,000 shares. But what we're looking for is, do I have any drawdowns? Nope. Boom. That's what we want to see. And let's take a look at the live account. That's Friday. What happened to Thursday? All right, we'll just do this. NRSN and GNS on the live account on Thursday. A lot of scalps. This was a nice one right here. Probably bought the pullback, then it popped and started selling out. No drawdowns. And this is just small size, getting my feet wet. Let's go back. How many shares was this? Traded 400 shares on GNS, 724 on NRSN. Yeah, nice little green day. And Friday, this was the bad day. Like, this is what we can't do. Like, look at this drawdown. Drew down $1,200. It should have been a gain of like $350, $400, but I was slow to exit. But this is just bad trading right here. Like, when it broke down, I should have bailed. I don't know why I stayed in. Like, I mean, I stayed in because it was the top gapper and it didn't like completely fail. So I was just waiting on it to pop for entirely too long. But I think it was like LYT had started halting. And in this market, like, it's like you only have one stock going at a time. So I'm sitting here red in something and another stock is halting up. Like, this stock's gonna keep going down until the market calms down and people remember, like, oh yeah, the top gapper hasn't failed yet. So I was green going into the open. I was probably green here. And we'll say this one I was anticipating a break back through the VWAP, and it just never happened. And it sold off, probably doubled down. It went sideways. Like when we get these long sideways moves, well, this is a 1 minute chart, but that's at least 5 minutes sideways, maybe 10 minutes sideways. Man, just cut it. Just like, what are you waiting for? Like, the longer you wait, the more heartbreak. That's what we gonna say. The longer you wait, the more heartbreak. So then it's just stair stepping down. Oh, and the shorts were killer in this. It was like every time you got a nice little move, a nice little bit of green, you saw like a stack of 50,000 sell orders on the ask. It was like, whoa, where did those come from? And I could see them early, but it was just like, I don't know. I just thought that eventually they were going to go home or something. Like they just kept shorting it, short. So it was a long day. Just sitting here, watching the P&L go down. I should have just taken the loss because there was just other stuff going. This reversal right here was pretty obvious. Let's see what it looked like on a 5 minute. That's 11. So that's the 20th. I'll just change this to like from 11 to 12. It was just moving. So any time I could have got in there. And then Friday, or in the after hours anyway, it just popped up to $5 because all those shorts had to exit. That's why I was sitting there watching them shorts, like they were stacked up. And wait a minute, did I trade this on Friday? What are these here? Maybe I did. I don't know what's going on right now. Let me go back to the calendar. What day am I talking about? I am talking about Friday. Yeah, Friday. GNS. Okay, there's the... Okay, this is the sell-off on the open. So I'm tripping. Okay. This looks totally different now. Let's see if we can cut this. Alright, yeah, I was tripping. When I reset the time scale, it just looked different. But yeah, we had a nice area where I could have came in and broke even. I mean, I was green here. Like, I should have just cut this loss. Like, instead of adding right here, I should have bailed. That's what should have happened. And then I could have been trading other stuff. But no, I just hung out in here. And that was a bad idea. Because, I mean, it was below VWAP, trending against the VWAP. Where was it going? It's probably headed towards the previous close. Probably. And then it was like, psych, now we're gonna split the difference here. But anyway, average down and managed to get out green. And like, it was more annoying than real concern because the top gapper, like, unless it just, I mean, this was pretty bad. It gave back $1 and change, but when it fails, like, it goes all the way down to the previous day. It doesn't stop halfway. So you kind of had a feeling that after lunch it was going to do something. But lessons learned. So we got anything in the report too? Oh man, look at that. P&L is wild. Sawtooth. Like up, flat, up, down, back up again. It's all over the place. It's not what we want. And holding the losers too long. Way too long. And accuracy's pretty decent. Gain 230. Loss 134. And another thing, like I have to trade a little different when I'm in TOS because it's just slower. Like a lot of times, like I don't close a position. Like I like to sell 50% or 25% of a position, and it takes me like an extra 5 seconds to do that in TOS. And sometimes that's the difference between making money and not making money. So when I'm in TOS, it's kind of like I got to remember to sell the whole thing. So it's just different. So I think sooner than later, I'm going to switch over to something else. But right now, we're just working on being profitable. That's pretty much it. So next week, I don't think there's too much to be concerned about. I think there's a jobs report on, I think it's on Wednesday. So definitely want to watch out for that. And other than that, I think there's no reason to be overly cautious. Like I might size up in the TOS account. The sim, I think this is my last week in the simulator. So I don't know if I'm gonna extend that because I gotta extend it for 3 months. I don't know if you can do a month. So I gotta have a come to Jesus moment because I said I was gonna stay in the sim until March 1, but maybe I'll just trade small size and TD until March 1. So I'll figure that out. But y'all just be easy. Watch your trades, watch your size and your risk. Make sure you're taking good trades, and stay green out there.
I dedicated over 10,000 hours, and I never listened to the doubters. I had to cut out all the BS, hit the refresh, now I feel so empowered. I dedicated over 10,000 hours.